We have probably all four horsemen of the apocalypse walking into the grain markets, and that's simply because we've got El Nino, La Nina effects in the southern oceans. That's cramping up and restricting the possibility of crop growth in South America. The Americas could be a little bit questionable this year as well, and we're coming off the back of low grain stocks. So really, it is a significant challenge, I believe, globally as far as food supply is concerned.
And John, we've already seen warnings of sharply higher food prices to come and disruptions to global agricultural supply chains. You heard there the UN now saying that we are, in fact, on the brink of a food crisis. Do you agree?
Well, let me just clearly explain to you what's actually happening on the ground in Ukraine. The issue really is that actually technically within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we as a country can sow. But what does that mean in English? What it means is the larger companies have all the crop protection products, the fertilisers, the seeds and the diesel to be able to grow the winter crop and into the summer crops. That's the bigger operators in the west of Ukraine. However, if you study Ukraine, there's a large proportion of wheat that's grown in the eastern and southern parts, and that is very challenging. And a lot of that, of course, is also grown by smaller farmers, and they have no access to money, they don't have access to fertiliser, fuel, etc. Enormous logistical challenges. So probably no matter what happens, right, there'll be a significant decrease in production in Ukraine if everything stopped today. That is, the war stopped today, but it appears to be unlikely. So the next 3 weeks, frankly, will be critical in giving us a guide to where prices and supply will come.
And John, you're running a business in a time of war now. How is MHP responding, and what impact are you seeing operationally and financially?
Well, look, frankly, it's an enormous challenge. I mean, we came off the back of an extremely successful year. That has been a saving grace, frankly. But now we were responsible for almost 6% of global poultry exports. That has all turned to domestic production, frankly, because we are the last company standing humanitarian-wise to feed people of Ukraine in animal protein, and pork protein has just about disappeared except for some companies in the West. So now we're a critical cog, not only in the production of poultry, but also in its distribution. We own the largest distribution operations in Ukraine, and that is pivotal, frankly, in getting food to the people. But in the big bombed out areas in the east in particular, we've had to send suicide type missions and trucks into these outskirts of the areas trying to feed people ready to eat food, specifically because you can't obviously cook a frozen chicken in these circumstances. So it's just turned into a massive humanitarian effort.
Extraordinary, John. And what is the feedback that you're getting from people on the ground there who you are assisting with those humanitarian efforts as you pivot your business to try and support the people of Ukraine in this desperate time of need?
There's one thing that is really clear. The patriotism of the Ukrainian people is absolutely amazing. They're prepared to risk their lives to help their people and defend their country. And this is seen right throughout the executive management and right down to the ground of the people that work in our operations. I have never seen anything like it, frankly. And that will continue as long as we all can continue. But frankly, it's a huge challenge. Being carpet bombed day in, day out is psychologically as well as physically very, very dangerous.